Alright everyone, welcome back to Distant Star Cares Play Live 2018. We are here for some Sonic Mania action. And look at that, he's wearing that Sonic hat. That was a donation, so thank you very much for Rack and I for donating that money to get that going on. So thank you very much for all your support.
Yep,
Are you ready?
The hat is on, it is here. Thank you for donating, guys. Final Flame, some press garden for you. I don't know if you can hear it, but there you go. You got a little bit of it. So we'll get ourselves ready. I'm screenshotting this and putting it in the Sonic Discord. Well, my reputation is ruined, or improved, depending on how you look at it. I don't know.
Oh boy.
We'll wait and see. Oh dear. Right, I am ready when you are.
Alright, we'll get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, welcome to Sonic Mania, guys. This is my best game, I would say. So this is basically the world's best love letter to classic Sonic, in my opinion. It is a mix of reimagined and new zones for the series. You're going to see the new skill, the drop dash. This is effectively a spin dash that is charged in the air and then used when you land on the ground. It is a fantastic addition to the game, and it feels like such a natural progression. I would explain how these special stages are going to work, but by the time I've stopped talking, we've already finished it. So what we try and do for these is we try and bounce off the walls, bounce from side to side and keep our momentum. You may have witnessed there that the Emerald was able to speed up and run away from me. It has a circle around it, and if you end up in that circle, you catch the Emerald. It then has another outer circle that if you're in there at Mach 1, it will speed away from you. It's meant to be kind of like an anti-cheat system. It doesn't really work that well, but we don't want them to fix it because it allows us to get the Emeralds really, really fast. We're going to be doing that for all 7 of the stages, just taking an advantage of it. Speaking of the Emeralds, we will aim to get all 7 of these before the end of Studiopolis 1. So if you enjoy the music like I do, I apologize. All we're going to be hearing is the Supersonic theme. So there's Emerald 2 really quickly right at the start there. I mean, you blinked and you missed it. So throughout this game, we're going to be doing a number of movement. The idea is keeping your speed up as high as you can. That's what we do as speedrunners. For Sonic, this is a case of maintaining drop dash, doing some slope jumps, but also just making sure you know the level layouts. I can't stress enough how, for Sonic games like this, it's really a case of just knowing the level layouts and knowing where you can jump and where your speed comes from. This little boss here, we're just going to make sure we wait until he comes down and ready to hit him again, and killing him before he even gets a chance to spin. It's really good. Same as Sonic 3 and Knuckles here, when the signpost is dropping down, there are areas under the level that contain item boxes. We want to try and avoid them, as a little bounce adds about 5 seconds to each run. So Green Hill 2 here has a new gimmick. It has these zip lines that we're going to be taking advantage of. Ideally, I want to avoid most of them because I'm going to be using speed shoes and the fire shield when I grab it after this nice jump. Glorious jump. So we got the fire shield here. It does the typical thing. You boost along horizontally. It gives you a nice high speed. Combine that with the speed shoes and we are not going to be staying in Green Hill for very long. Going to take the upper route here as we are aiming to go for emeralds. Not a problem losing the fire shield here as the game understands how fire and water work. Fire and water don't mix. So by the time you go in that water, unfortunately, you're losing your shield. So emerald number 3 here, you press left immediately. We end up bouncing against the walls and grabbing it before it reaches the first corner. Done. I'm not kidding when I say getting the emeralds in this game is ridiculously fast. It's a fantastic movement to do. It's akin to basically strafe jumping. You're alternating left and right to maintain the speed that you're getting from bouncing and jumping. And now we have a familiar face. Yeo the Egg Walker. Unfortunately, they forgot to put his hitbox in his legs here, so he's not really doing anything. We're going to use Tails to attempt to hit the capsule early. We want to do this on as many stages as we can because the capsules usually come from above. And now I'm going to attempt to do a cutscene skip. Please get it, Ark. Please get it. We didn't get it. Alright, so what that's meant to do is it's meant to allow you to do this. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter if I do it here, so I need to exit the file and re-enter it. The game still believes that we have completed the first level, moves us on to the second level. It's a 2-frame window at the moment. We are not kidding when we say you have to be really on the ball to get the timing on that one. Thankfully, in Sonic Mania Plus, those are being removed, and you will be able to just press start and skip straight to the next level. Hallelujah. So I will attempt to get a few of these in the run. There are 7 that you want to get that will save time. The biggest one being that Green Hills and the final level in Titanic Monarch. I will guarantee you that I will probably get none of them. So for stage 4 here, we want to jump off this corner, keep the momentum going as quick as we can, jump over the wall and grab the emerald before it gets to the 3rd corner there. And it is away. Again, the main thing you have to worry about with them is if you are unlucky and you end up landing beside the emerald but not catching it, it will try and escape from you. So you just have to be careful. Always have a backup in mind if you need it. There are more than one ways to catch those emeralds. So right now I'm jumping down the slope here because that puts me up to my maximum speed faster. Unfortunately, that is getting fixed as well in Mania Plus, so we won't be able to do that soon. Obviously, Mania Plus coming out on the 17th of July. Looking forward to it. Adding Mighty and Ray as well as changing up some of the levels in Encore mode, so we'll have to wait and see what that does. It could be changing the run. Yo, Brian, how you doing? Nice to see you here. Raising money for some charity with some Sonic Mania as always. So if Tails is right and he follows me here, which he did, we can use him to fly up here. Don't really have to weigh in anything. We want him to be with us as much as we can, but at the same time, he can be a bit of a troll. Just like his classic counterpart. So we're going to do some loop jumps here to maintain our speed, hopefully. Didn't really get that, which is a shame. Got it there, though. And we're on to our first act, well, second Act 1 boss, really. I was going to say, first Act 1? No, Green Hill had an Act 1. This guy, we want to wait for him to pop up and then just hit him as many times as we can. Ideally, we want to have our rings come back to us. And then 3rd hit before he's vulnerable, and away we go. Yeah! 1 sec. Another thing for the score countdown here, you can just press start and skip it. No need to worry about any time bonus or anything in this one. No waiting to 30 seconds, thankfully. So Chemical Plant 2 here, its gimmick is Flubber. You have 3 different colors of Flubber. You have green Flubber, which is a really high bouncy thing. Light blue Flubber, which is a small bounce. And you have dark blue Flubber. You don't want to hit dark blue Flubber. Dark blue Flubber will damage you. You also have the worms, of course. They're also made of dark blue, so avoid them if you can. Fluid animation in this game is wonderful. It really is. Like, the guys really outdone themselves making this. It's that perfect blend of a nostalgia trip and just a good Sonic game. And we've needed it for a long time. We want to just slow ourselves down here, hit the green Flubber, bounce our way up, and there we go. Oh yes, dark blue equals bad. Don't want to hit that. So hopefully we're going to do our Dora the Explorer here. Sniper, no snipey. Oh dear. So we didn't get sniped off the edge. That guy's up there, and if he does hit you, he will send you back down. You don't want to miss that. Just bounce straight off the life there. Hopefully get a drop dash properly here. Ah, I got hit with the purple glue. Better than getting hit with the spike, though. So if you pay attention, you will notice like certain enemies. For example, that little guy who's from Sonic 3 and Knuckles there. You've got the Clippers from Sonic 2, of course. Want to avoid these guys. You do not want to get crushed. So getting a 125 means I'll get a 130 for my bonus stage, which is not too bad. It's kind of average for me. This is stage number 6. This is the hardest stage for me for the emeralds. If this goes well, I will bounce off this, grab the emerald after I jump in. Yeah, there we go. You can be very unlucky there, and instead of bouncing forward, you will bounce back the way you came, or even worse, you will hit the spike balls. Hitting the spike balls removes 10 rings. The rings are your time. Run out of rings, you don't get the emerald. So you gotta be really careful. And now for the biggest casual surprise in this game, but one of the worst surprises for a speedrun. I hope you're good at puzzle games, because I'm not. We're about to do Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Salt-Inducing Puyo Machine. So Puyo Puyo here, we gotta make sure we set up a 4-combo chain. I want to try and do this in a specific way, and I just ruined it right at the start there, because, you know, this is why I can't have nice things. So we'll see if I can salvage this. I should be able to salvage this if I do it properly. Well, I need that green and red to go like that. And then this is going to give me another green and red. So I might as well just take that there. You're adding another green and red on that one. Red and a blue. We'll put you down this side. That is a purple and a red. Blue and a green. I'm just going to drop the greens here because I need to really try and salvage this in some way. Red and yellow down this side. Right, come on, Ark. We can salvage this. I did do some practice on this before I started streaming, but as usual, Puyo is a cruel mistress when you do it wrong. Right, if I can just get a green there, that will give me a wonderful combo. So, get the green on that. That knocks them down, which will knock the purple and the blue down. Adding the reds to it, which I can add quick enough into the stage. And then if the junk is favorable, which is nice. Yeah, it's not too bad. The junk was nice. So, not the best Puyo, but there you go. Piner, nobody will teach me Puyo. I have no desire to get good at Puyo for one section of a game. I really don't. I'm not a puzzle game fan. The downside is I'm going to have to learn columns for tomorrow. That's a different type of puzzle game. Oh, this is definitely your favorite part of the game? Oh, no. No. Great casual surprise, bad for the speedrun. So Studiopolis is our first new zone of the series here. We're all stars now. We're all film stars. So it's just going to be a case of using a few strategically placed drop dashes here to grab ourselves the rings that we need, because we will grab our 7th emerald just up here. Unfortunately, we will lose the speed shoes because then you enter a bonus stage, it takes away any buffs that you have. So into stage 7 here, hopefully I will do this right and grab the fast emerald, bounce off this wall to bounce off the second wall, which then allows me to navigate between left and right here. If I do it right, I should be able to catch this. There we go. Nice quick emerald. Gotta be careful, because if you accidentally bonk off one of the sides that doesn't have any protection, you will fall off the stage. This gives us all the emeralds now. So I just need to grab 50 rings and we're sorted. So I apologize, Tealopes. I love your music, but we gotta go fast. That's bad. That's bad. Don't want that. Go away. Thank you, Super, for being able to do that. I will be aiming to avoid blue spheres if I can help it. The keyword in there was aiming. I may get sent to blue spheres by accident. It can happen at times. But now we have Heavy Gunner here. Heavy Gunner's going to be firing missiles from us from 1, 2, 3, top, middle, bottom. Ideally, I want a 2, which we got here. And then we want to get just a bunch of 1s. The reason for this is when you transition on this particular stage, the transition points are at certain areas, and each missile corresponds to that transition. So there you've seen once he got hit, we were right at the transition point. Now I want to get a bunch of 1s if I can. That's a 3. That's not what we were looking for. So unfortunately, we just have to wait it out. Each time the game decides to not give you the appropriate missile, you're losing a second here or there. But as long as you stand at the back, you should be fine. There we go. Big high jump in the air there, because, you know, supersonic plus speed plus ramp equals bye-bye. Another 3. Come on, game. Gotta be keeping an eye on my ring count as well. I do not want to lose out my rings here, because doing this normally without a shield, not a good idea. I'm going to fall back, because that allows me to get that transition. Going back up again, which is unfortunately quite slow. But RNG not being nice is normal. I'm not a lucky boy. There we go, that's a 1. So that was a 2, 3, 3, 1. Not too sure if that's good or bad. We'll find out later. Feels weird not having splits up while you're running this. So what you want to do with these is any signposts that are already on the ground, you want to slow down before you hit them. If you run through them at speed, you will send it flying in the air, and you have to wait it to roll, and you don't want it to come back down. Any difference between top and bottom? Other than the fact that the game will give you more rings, it's kind of based on if you run faster down than you do running up. Like, that's a cutscene, so it doesn't particularly matter, but it's still better if you can go faster than normal. So coming up, we are going to do a tube glitch where we're going to get stuck in the tube. The game is going to get very confused about where we are and allow us just to go through walls. So just down here. Yo, Rakanai. Thank you for donating for the hat. So this guy here, we hit off the spring and we get stuck through into the wall, and away we go. This allows us to run to the boss. Nice thing about having Super here is that Tails will also maintain the protection from Supersonic being invincible. So we can have him carry us and just fly and hit the boss. Sonic, obviously being Super, can jump and hit these bosses. That's not an issue. But you just want to... you want to just have Tails if you can. Again, just have him hit the capsule there. Try and aim for another cutscene skip here. 2-frame window. We got it. Nice. So it's a 2-frame window from when the scorecard goes off the screen to pull that off. And now we are on Ye Olde Flying Barry. Unfortunately, we don't have as intended in this one. We didn't get burnt either, which is awesome. So I'm not going 0 for 7 like I normally do. However, I just got burnt, which is not great. I'm trying to make a cycle here for 53 seconds. I may not make it now, especially since I lost rings. Trying to get Super, also trying to get the right timing. I am currently 4 seconds behind where I should be, but I don't believe I'm going to have enough rings to get Super, which means we may have to take it safe. I'll transform now. Yeah, I lost it. Okay, so we're definitely not making that route now. The Lightning Shield has a special property in this stage where if you are next to one of those magnetic walls, they will allow you to be magnetized and head straight up. So I'm going to just take this safe here. I'm going to get through that and through that. I'm going to need to use Tails regardless here because I do not have my Lightning Shield anymore. So we're currently on second cycle, which is not a bad thing. Just means it's going to be slightly slower than I'd like. I think my main thing I'm going to be worrying about is ring count. Thankfully, there's another Lightning Shield here. We'll use that in the second act. Nah, we should be fine for our rings. We're going to use Tails on this boss as well. Just going to fly up. Tails is going to allow us to hit him. Yo, Tails, you want to get down here? Thank you. Fun fact, if you jump directly in the middle where the floor is descending or breaking apart, do it too early, you will fall through the junk and you will die. Thankfully, there is a checkpoint right before the boss, but you don't want to do that. No rings and no Lightning Shield make that boss not very fun. So Flying Barry Act 2, everybody say goodbye to Tails. His AI is going to make him face left instead of right. And we're going to spin dash. Bye, Tails. He tries. He really does. I can't blame him. So, Flying Barry Act 2 here is more of the same, really. Not any special gimmicks on this particular stage. The main thing we have to worry about is that we are outside the ship, which means we can fall to our death. We want to try and prevent that from happening because it's never a good idea. But thankfully, we do have our Lightning Shield and we should be able to navigate our way through this. A little bit too high, so we hit the guy. Do not want to transform straight away, as we want to use the double jump from the Lightning Shield to navigate this section. Supersonic, although he is fast, he does not have the ability to double jump. However, now we will transform and we will just head off to the rest of the level. That is smooth. I love that. Do not want to get crushed by that. Please don't. I've done it before. It's not pretty. Jump past the claw. Get caught by the second one. And now it's just a nice simple path to the boss fight. So the upcoming boss fight is Egget. Or it was misread as Egget, and it is the best OC I've ever seen created. Somebody accidentally read Eggman's sprite upside down, and Eggman's niece was born. However, this particular boss is kind of special in such a way where... Well, that's a great thing, isn't it? Kind of special in such a way where you can't actually directly hit the boss here. We're unable to damage this person. What we need to do is we need to knock this boss into the spikes. However, the spikes hitboxes are a bit wonky at times. The very bottom of the hitboxes don't exist, and there's a little bit more of a hitbox at the top where there are no spikes. So what we want to do is we want to just try and get a 3 and a 3 here. So that's 1, 2, and 3. There you go. You can get double hits if you have the boss sitting in the spikes for longer than their invulnerability frame is. They will take double damage. The problem is that's harder to pull off than it looks. However, you can one cycle. So coming up next is a new zone, Press Garden. This is a printing press where we are going to be bouncing off all the printing press, having fun just making our mark on the news, I guess. Sorry, Robotnik, we're the star of the show. So doing a number of precise jumps here. Trying to get the 1 cycle, which is getting to the block cycle by about 26 seconds. I was going to say 36? No, that's way too late. Grabbing the big ring here, using the slope jumps. Nice. Can we make a nice time here? No, we just missed it. If you get there by about 25, 26, you are able to get the very, very first cycle. Usually we take the cycle I just got there because it's safer. And it really is precision to get that first cycle. I've never got it in a run yet. So this particular level has a lot of crushing and whatnot in it. You don't really need to worry about it too much though. You don't spend enough time at the area to get crushed. It's a lot of bouncing around. Again, as said earlier, it's a case of just learning the level layouts. There is a time attack mode for you that allows you to just play the game and have a quick reset if you want to try and mess about with it. Really cool addition to the game. So we're just going to do a jump here, hopefully get the drop dash. Didn't really get the drop dash, ended up going the wrong way as well. So if you do a slope jump there but you forget to hold down, you will just fly off the ramp. I imagine a lot of us are going to be doing that by accident in Mania, or Mania Plus. So while this boss is waving to us, we're destroying him because we're evil, unfortunately. It's not great. But we're just going to head over here and I'm going to make Sonic face left. If you watch Sonic carefully, he's going to have a nice homage to Michael Jackson. So while we head outside, Sonic's just going moonwalking backwards, because why not? Level looks like it was designed from Freedom Planet. It very well might have been. I mean, I believe one of the Freedom Planet devs did actually work on this game as well. So press Garden 2 here. We want to try and just get as many rings as we can here. If we get to a certain point, we should be able to have 50 before the 10 ring box. However, the 10 ring box is there in case we need it. And it looks like we might need it this time. Yeah, we are. We only got 46. Tails did not grab us a few rings this time. So now we want to get frozen. Because we need to be frozen here to break through a set of ice blocks that we're just going to get to. Press Garden 2 is fun. It's very fast when done correctly. Jump out the ice so you don't break through those spikes there. Just navigate up to the top of the level here. And we're going to say hi to Heavy Shinobi. Yeah. So Heavy Shinobi here will freeze us. Doesn't matter if we have the fire shield or not. Super can always be frozen for some reason. But he stands inside our hitbox, so we're the ones that are going to win this fight. Oh, I love Press Garden 2. Like, it's an amazing level, both aesthetically and as a speedrun. Oh, I didn't get the cutscene skip. So if you guys know what this reference is, do let us know. So we are being sent with the Phantom Ruby to Stardust Speedway. I believe you saw this level a while back there. We're currently in the past. Actually, no, you wouldn't have saw it earlier. We've not seen CD. Or stop thinking about Sonic 1. You've seen 1 and 2. You haven't seen CD yet. Oh, I love that little glitch. Unfortunately, with these boosters, if you are at the wrong side of the booster, it will push you in the opposite direction. Being stuck between a booster and a spring is not a good place to be, but you can't do anything about it. So we are going to head over to the spike room here. This room is the worst room designed in the game. Thank you very much. Apparently, it's going to get made worse in Mania, or so I've heard. Mania Plus makes that room not fun. So I'm just going to transform this time. And then hopefully we'll be in position. Nah, the Wii platform wasn't there. That's fine. Because we're super, we don't have to worry about it. And then if I do this correctly, by taking the top route here, we can land before there and end up spinning our way down to the boss. Get the checkpoint before a minute. It's great. It's funny, Duck Films. A lot of people were saying they wish they made more new levels. I think what they should do for Sonic Mania 2, if they are planning on developing it, is take the amount of levels and reverse them. This time give us 5 old school levels, but give us more brand new levels. And give us some levels that we haven't seen before. Like, a lot of people were asking for Hilltop, some people asking for more CD levels. But let's see if we can get a cutscene skip here. Nice. So we are traveling to the future, as you would do in Sonic CD style, but you won't be seeing it because we just cutscene skipped. So this level is effectively the level that will play itself when it doesn't send you backwards. Cheers, game. Appreciate it. Those springs have been very mean today. So we want to just grab some rings here. There is a big ring I could go for, but I prefer going the standard route. So we're just going to go the standard route here for me. Dodges all the rockets and that. Grabs me enough rings that I'm going to need. So this is the... basically player itself. Like, I'm not doing anything. Big jump. Make it nicely. Good stuff. 2 rings short of breaking the music here. If you get an extra life from those 3 rings, you break the music and you have no music at all for this boss. I will be nice, however, and I will give you the boss music instead of the super music. So Metal Sonic here from Yo, the Sonic CD, but remember, as Final Flame said in his run there, we have a certain Silver Sonic who's going to make his grand appearance. So he's going to make his appearance in a second up here. Metal, get in the hole. Here we go. So hopefully this guy will give us good RNG. We want him to spin in the middle like that and not charge at us with his claw. We have to do this 4 times, so that's 2. That's 3. Can we get perfect RNG? Perfect RNG would be brilliant. Oh, baby. We got perfect RNG, folks. Absolute perfect RNG. So I'm not going to bother about these rings up here. We're just going to jump over that loop. Hopefully land before the drop dash goes off. Nice. So Mania, more so than some of the other games that you've seen for Sonic, do have RNG in them. There's more than I would like in this particular game, but it's still very fun to run regardless. So this is going to be a very good stage right now. So for his final section here, he's going to try and charge at us, but of course we're invincible. It's not really going to matter. So I'm going to be standing in his hitbox, trying to get 3 hits and then 5. If I can do the 4 and 4, that would be better. But we want him to do either the ball attack or the dash attack. He did the other attack. We didn't want you to do this, Metal. It was almost perfect until the very end here. That's him gone. Tails, you weren't meant to get hit there, buddy, because we need you to fly up. Hit the capsule, Tails. Hit the capsule, Tails. Nice job. So we are controlling Tails as well when this happens. Tails is completely under our control. He has slight delay in the inputs, but he generally does try and do what you tell him to. So we've got Hydro City here. Aiming for a 1-minute cycle on this stage. It is very hard. I may not get it. It is also the most dangerous level in the speedrun because there are no checkpoints. If you die, that's it. You are back to the start of the stage. So we're going to do just a slope jump here just to try and land on that. That didn't work at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my backup. So the 1-minute cycle is now out the window, which is fine. It means I can play this a lot safer than I normally would. So we are just going to head down our standard speedrun route here, not worrying about the time anymore. To make the very first cycle on the set of boxes I'm talking about, this level is the most precise in the game. I don't care what anybody says, there's just no way of beating it if you accidentally make a mistake. So we got our 50 rings here and we got ourselves our bubble. This is great. Because it means now we're invincible and we can breathe underwater. So all difficulty has now been removed. You still have the water physics, of course, so you got to try and take it careful. You don't want to overshoot things. So we are majorly slow here, but this is fine. I'm just going to take that safely. I'm not going to do that. Just going to wait here. So this is an absolutely terrible Hydro City, but it's better than dying and losing a minute 20. Nice, we got the speed boost landing there. If you land on that slope properly, you get the speed from going down it. Maximum supersonic speed is the best thing ever. You can also phase through that platform like I did at the start of the level, but for some reason I have so much trouble pulling that off that I just don't bother. So this is our labyrinth shout out. Or at least I think it's a Labyrinth shout-out. It's a Sonic 1 shout-out within a Sonic 3 shout-out that's in Sonic Mania. Sonicception. That's what they should have called this game. So now we're in the Eggmobile. He accidentally left it unmanned. This is his fault, remember? He did this. He brought it on himself. You do not want to get hit by the bombs. However, you can get away with having the bombs come up alongside him as long as Eggman is the first one being hit. I'm just going to let him come all the way over this way because the further over he comes, the less I have to wait getting the camera over there. Dunk. Again, just slowing down there so we don't send that flying up into the air there. And we've kept our bubble, which is great because it should allow me to do the bubble skip coming up. So bubble skip is a set of precision bounces. Let's see if we can pull it off. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Making the first cycle up there. Absolutely fantastic. And I love the 3D spinning sprite that you get for that. So this level can be slightly annoying if you didn't have the bubble shield because one, you're waiting in those cycles, but two, you only have, like, you don't have the ability to get hit here. Between now and the checkpoint that we're going to get, there's exactly 53 rings. And because we need 50 for super, 3 isn't going to cut it, is it? So just up here is where our checkpoint is. We're at 43, end up at 50 at the top. Checkpoint gives us 53 and away we go. So this particular level has a lot of back and forth with the left and rights. We're not going to do that. We're just going to keep going left. Skipping all that nonsense. And away we go. We're going to do the same again at a later part. We're going to spin dash and then hopefully miss the ramp. No, we got out on the ramp. Nice jump, jump, jump. Missed the spring? No, we had to get the spring. Ideally, you want to miss that big spring because it takes you just a little bit too high. And then also we want to jump through that. Floors don't exist. And then finally just heading off to the boss fight. Now this particular boss fight is different. You're supposed to use bombs to hit the boss. However, because obviously we are super and we're invincible, we can actually use ourselves to do it. We're also going to use Tails here to activate one of the bombs early so we get a double hit off at the very start. And hope we get a good pattern in the tube. Give me the spikes. Okay, it didn't give me the spikes. So we're going to push ourselves into the boss instead, using the bombs and the blocks to get in our way, and immediately activating phase 2. Phase 2, we're going to do this exactly as if we were playing Sonic 3 with Tails. We're just going to fly up and hit him. And then if we stay flying, we will grab the capsule. That's a nice Hydro 2 that was. So I hope you guys like Knuckles, because Knuckles is about to appear. Here is our Sky Chase reference. We all love Knuckles. Knuckles is great. Look at him. Such a boss there, just saying. Oh no. Well, that wasn't very nice. See, I wish I could tip my hat back to you, Heavy Magician, but that's not possible. So Knuckles gets his own level. He's now away doing Mirage Saloon Act 1. Knuckles? Oh no. It's gone. But for us, we are standing on the Tornado, one of the best airplanes in the game. It's like the only airplane in the game, but you never know. There could be more somewhere. Now, I have passed the point of no return, and by that, I mean I am not allowed to get hit now. Those last 6 rings that I passed just after the Armadillo and the Turtle are the last amount of rings that will allow me to get 50 before the boss. Now, I need 50 rings to transform into Supersonic here, but we won't be using Supersonic for the boss fight. Instead, what we'll be doing is we'll be getting ourselves in a state where the game gets confused, and we will be accidentally hitting a checkpoint that's in the background and then falling off the plane. The only reason I could think that this even works is that while the screen is pushing you towards the left, it actually thinks that you should be done with the plane and kicks you off it. Whether that's true, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I love the level music. Like, this is one of the stages where you do actually get to hear it as well. But Knuckles is as good as well. I mean, for an auto-scroller, this isn't too bad. It's only a couple of minutes long. It's not like some other games I've played where you're stuck in an auto-scroller for like 6-7 minutes. So up to the top corner here, once we're moving left with Eggman on his train, we transform. The game has now got confused. It doesn't know where we should be, so we line ourselves up with the checkpoint. We hit the checkpoint, we fall off the plane, and we die. But because we've hit the checkpoint, we're literally right at the boss fight now. And away you go. Yeah, it definitely is a possible reference to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, isn't it? Tips their hat again. Hello. So we've got a giant caterpillar coming now. Hopefully she'll give me good RNG. She will bounce either 1 or 3 times. She's doing the 3 times, which is good. I want her to bounce 3 times twice. Nope, she's going to the left, which means I'll be able to sneak 2 hits off here. So I'm just getting my fairly average RNG. There you go. Now I'm going to see if I can position myself correctly to be within the cutscene without the plane moving. It's a fun little thing I like doing. I'm not particularly good at it, but, you know, it's a bit of a giggle. That might not... I'm a little bit too far to the left-hand side on this one. So I'll move a lot to the right. I might be okay vertically, though. Ah, it was 1 too high. 1 high. Dang. So goodbye, Tornado. Who knows if we'll ever recover you. So this particular stage, there's not a lot that's going to be happening in it. It's just going to be navigating the guns and whatnot. What is interesting is what we're going to be doing for the boss. I'm going to be trying to skip the boss entirely by using Tails. Now, because Tails is allowed to be a certain distance away from us before he's forced to respawn, we can use him to hit the end of level capsule that's already available. If I do it correctly, we will fall down into the boss room, and we will be able to just go straight into Oil Ocean. If I do it incorrectly, we'll soft lock and it's not going to be great. So we'll see what happens. Time for good luck and pray that we do it properly. So again, relatively short level, just going through all the bouncy parts and that. Up here is where we're going to have Tails. And now, we need Tails to come down and get some ice cream. I need to send Tails down to the boss and then back to the capsule. Nice job, Tails. Sonic lands on the barrel. Boss is skipped. Still going to try and aim for a cutscene skip, but we'll see what happens. Nope. So now, boss is there. Level's already ended. We say adios, and we're going straight to Oil Ocean. Absolutely fantastic skip. So we're going into Oil Ocean now. This is just a nice simple level where we play. It's all about being smooth. That's not smooth, so that's going to be fun. That's going to cost me time now. I'm just going to wait for that to be safe. Yep, you can pop up. Thank you. It is an amazing skip. It's really awesome. The downside is that if you do manage to... if you don't manage to fall down into the boss room, you get stuck because you can never make it to the gun. Because cutscene skips are being added into the game, though, you're going to be able to do that skip regardless, I think, which is going to be really interesting. Because you'll just press start and you'll come to the Oil Ocean. Like, you're not going to have to worry about that, so that skip's going to become free for quite a lot of people. Make that cycle in time, maybe? Nice. And then we have the You Tried boss, Bob the Builder here. He tries hard, he really does. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do anything, because by the time he's moved over the other side to attack, he's already gone. I'm sorry, Bob, you tried. So we're going to position Sonic and Tails in a set way here. Hopefully Sonic will be able to jump over and Tails will stay where he is. This smog on the screen, we're going to try and make it so we don't trigger it. You're meant to go down and land on this. We're just going to miss that entirely. We don't need to activate that. So the smog is never going to disappear. Normally the smog is meant to drain our rings. We don't need it to drain our rings. We don't have time for that. So while the smog is on screen now, it can't start its countdown. And because it can't start its countdown, we never lose any rings, which is amazing. It won't even clear for the boss. The only way we can clear this is if we accidentally hit one of the signs ourselves. Usually I don't hit it. Tails might decide he wants to get stuck on one, though. We'll see what he decides to do. So we're just going to transform here. See if Tails is going to be mean or not. Nope, he's not. That's brilliant. So we have this glitch all the way to the boss now. Just do a single spin dash there. Make sure we don't stop. Get a jump. navigate our way through the level here. Nice drop dash. Over the top. And towards the end of the level. Don't want to do a big jump there because we're going down and not up. And away to the boss fight just before a minute. So the smog is also meant to disappear here. It does not. And one of the things I absolutely love is the fact that this boss is effectively the same boss that was in Oil Ocean 2. The difference this time is that it's an octopus and it has lots of attacks. For example, it has the hilltop lasers, it has its own Oil Ocean lasers, it has the lava reef weapons. But it's the fact that it's still a boss that pops up out of the oil. It's very surprised though. I don't know why it's surprised. And that's Oil Ocean. So coming on to my favorite zone in the series, Lava Reef. I absolutely adore the theme on this. It's a shame that I have to supersonic it because I absolutely love this. There's loads of remixes of these themes and every single one of them is just fantastic. So this is the only level where we're actually going to take a bit of a diversion and intentionally grab rings. Up the top here, there is a spring with 2 item boxes. And because this gives you to 50 rings, we just use it. Otherwise, you're about halfway through the level before you have enough. Kind of pointless doing that when you know there's rings there. Grab our fire shield here that we're going to need for Act 2. And now it's just a case of precision jumping and navigating our way through the level. This particular Lava Reef as well, I don't know if you guys are aware of what other zone has been mixed with Lava Reef today. Because there is another level reference in here. So drop dash just to get past this because you don't have to wait for it. Unfortunately got subpixeled there. This game is also not free from subpixels. No Sonic game is free from subpixels. No 2D Sonic game anyway. We do ourselves a wonderful jump here hopefully. Nice, that's not too bad.
Can I guess the level?
Yeah, go for it.
Is it Marble Garden?
It's not.
Oh.
I'll give you a clue. Have a look at some of the wooden things in the background and in the foreground here.
I know it's from Sonic 2, but the name escapes me at the moment.
It's not Sonic 2. And it's not Mystic Cave, because that's the level you're thinking of.
Boo, my Sonic trivia is bad.
So this boss is a nice easy boss. You've just got to wait for it to become vulnerable in the middle there, and away you go. Like, nothing too hard to do that one, especially when you're super. This is a cutscene skip I'm not going to take, because if I do the cutscene skip here, I will lose the fire shield, and I like using the fire shield for Act 2 here. And Final Flame got it. It is Endless Mine. It is the Sonic 3 two-player zone Endless Mine. That was a very poor spin dash there. But not to worry, because we have our fire shield. Want to be careful that we don't get squished, because getting squished is no fun. So we want to get down to this section by about 13 seconds, because then our platform's going to be in position. We want the fire shield, since it means I don't have to be precise, and I can just use 2 fire dashes. One there, third one for good measure. We're going to transform. This game doesn't have any horizontal zips in it, but it does have vertical zips. The developers of the game knew what people were doing with the classic games and weren't really a fan of skipping entire levels. So anytime you get stuck into an object that you're not meant to be in, the game will either kill you outright because they put invisible Eggman blocks that kill you if you hit them, or they'll make you jump to get out. There are not many places where this can actually be used, but this is one of them because it allows you to skip the entire bottom section of the route, and it's great fun. So now we are going to head up towards Heavy Rider. Heavy Rider is riding Jimmy, the Motobug. The idea is that we want to try and get them both in the 8 hits before they try and go up the top. However, if they do go up the top, we're going to get a nice cheer So we'll see how this goes. Oh, that's a brilliant boss fight. There you go. So we want Tails over here because we want him to fly up and just hit that with us. Yeah. So now coming up to the level that will make or break this run for me, we are going into Metallic Madness. I'm going to focus on this zone because this zone is particularly hard for me. Hard in such a way that it's got a tremendously hard boss skip, but also the level itself is very annoying. If you get sent to the bottom route in this area, just restart. It's faster. Like, I'm not kidding. It is just restart it. But this particular boss is a shout out to Ye Olde Sonic 1's final boss. If we can, however, we're going to skip it. The gimmick for this stage is these plungers that send you into the background. We're going to use these plungers with Tails to get ourselves stuck in the background, but on an area where we're not meant to be. From there, I have a pixel perfect jump to make, and I'm not kidding, it is actually pixel perfect. It sucks, but it's there. To try and skip the boss fight. If we pull this off, it will be absolutely amazing. The downside is two things will happen. I'll either get stuck in the boss room, which is fine, we'll do the boss as normal, or I'm going to fall through the floor and die. So time to focus and see. So on my pixel, 3, 2, 1, go. I think I jumped too early. We got it! Yes! We got it in a run! Oh my god, this is brilliant. Yo, that is fantastic. So that just skips the boss entirely because we're in the background there. Oh, we got it. Now I have to really focus because this means this run is on a fantastic time. It took me forever to get that thing going. Oh, that's phenomenal. Now the bad news. The downside, that particular glitch is getting removed in Mania Plus. We're not going to be able to do it after I've spent all this time trying to learn it. Oh, yay. But we done it. I stand by the fact that I can do that now. So Metallic Madness 2 here, the skip is... Well, not the skip, but the gimmick is the fact that we are mini. Everybody loves a good mini Sonic. Almost missing my cycle there, but that's fine. We're still not too bad there. Level's a bit sloppy, that's because I'm just excited that I managed to pull off Metallic Madness 1 again. I have done it exactly 3 times now. So I want to try and make it up this section by 58 seconds. I know I'm not making it, it's fine. Not a big jump there, but that's alright. Yeah, we got Widow Sonic. So we've missed the 58. We should be able to make the 102 though. Maybe the 102. Yeah, 102. There you go. So we should finish this level fairly easily. Got ourselves a giant Gacha machine coming down here. References to Sonic 1 and 2. A little bit of CD in there as well. There's Sonic 2. There's Sonic 1. More Sonic 2. Here comes an Amy. So while you're taking out the bosses here, you want to be also just taking out the... you want to be knocking out more, because once he's got none, then fun happens. Tails is about to get blown up. Sorry, Tails, buddy. Come on, Tails, hit the boss for us. Oh, unlucky. So we'll just jump and hit him. Ideally, you want this boss to be probably the other side of the screen, but you can't really do anything about it. And if you jump and then press left while you're being hit by the blue laser there, you will get sent to the right-hand side, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So coming up to the final level in the game, Titanic Monarch. Probably my favorite zone to actually run here. It's long, it's hard, it's got precision movement, but my god, does it not feel good when you do it right. So Titanic Monarch here, there's lots of little gimmicks here. You've got stuff like these lightning shields that you have to remove. You've got little bouncy jumps like in Death Egg. Tails is here, which is great because we need him to do this little skip. This is why we bring Tails along, because Tails is awesome for this. Send Tails down to safety. And then Sonic becomes a crash test dummy. Oh no! Also, if you remember the bonus stage from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, where you have the spheres, we've got some gravity spheres as well. So up we go at the gravity spheres here. You want to just get yourself all the way up. That's a fantastic ascension. Oh, that was unfortunate there, but that's fine. Doing too many slope jumps. Hopefully we don't get a bad camera here, but we'll see what happens. Okay, we've got bad camera. Okay, we managed to get out of bad camera, which is great. Because I want to be careful up here. I don't want to die to this spike. The spike was up, that's fine. If you accidentally pass through that spike while it's off screen and it's up, it will crush you. It counts as a crush death. You're not meant to be there, and the game only knows to kill you. So not the fastest, because normally I make that with the blind camera. But I ain't going to complain, because we're going to get a decent time off this. After this, can you get the complete with Sonic hat? Not at the moment. So we're going to get maybe a 143? No, 146 before we get to Red Eye. Or Crimson Eye in this case. This boss is Knuckles' worst nightmare. It is RNG hell for Knuckles runners. Because when Knuckles can't jump and the gravity is super heavy, there's nothing he can do. He just has to take it like an echidna and pray that it works. So hopefully I get the cutscene skip here, because I would love it if I get the cutscene skip here. This is the second longest cutscene skip. Come on, game. Give me it. Oh, never. So this is about 15 seconds worth of waiting for the elevator to go up and then for the Act 2 to actually load. This one and Green Hill are the best stages. I think I only got 2 cutscene skips this time. Stardust Speedway 2 and then Flying Battery. So Titanic Monarch 2 here is filled with a number of skips as well. I'm going to try and attempt them. I want to make sure I have enough rings for Super, because we need that. So we want to fall down here, fall down there. Nope, you sent me up instead of down, but that's fine. Get ourselves a drop dash. Jump through. Position ourselves so we can escape before the platform keeps moving. Going to drop dash and run up a wall, because momentum is a thing. There we go. Don't need to use tails anymore. And then hopefully get ourselves in position for our platform that we need. No, we're too late. There we go. We're going to head off that, keeping our shield for safety here. Also, fun fact, the shield from Sonic 1, the shield that we've got at the moment, you can still drop dash with it. It took me forever to realize. In fact, it was Pineapple who told me that you can still drop dash with this. But we want the lightning shield plus supersonic, which means we are now effectively invincible. The only thing that can kill us is a crush death. We will have rings following us until the end of time. And I just got to be really careful, because these pistons are where crush deaths happen. They're very mean. So I'm going to aim to try and get a skip here. We're going to clip into a spring soon when we go into Area 3. The spring will allow us to clip into the ground, and then from the ground we'll be able to skip an entire section. I call it Area 3 because that's kind of the third area that I go into. So I'm at a 142 here, which is kind of standard time for me right now. I know I can do it faster, but it's hard to pull it off. This, if it gives me it, this will be nice, but we'll see what happens. So there's a spring up there that I need to get to. Nope, didn't get it. Try it again, Ark. Come on. Nope, try it again, Ark. Nope. It's not being nice. There we go. So that was like 5th try, unfortunately, which means it was very slow. But there we go. There's a spring that you get clipped into that allows you just to jump into the wall, basically. That is also being removed. But this isn't. On the roof. Oops. I always said one day I'd forget to jump off the roof. And there we go, it happened. So final part of the level here, it's just really nice and smooth. It's good fun platforming to try and do. If you do it right, you get a nice big jump. And then you do another nice big jump here, and it just takes you to the shortcut level. And that's it. We are now heading towards the final boss, or semi-final boss. The Boing Boing boss. And you'll find out why I call it that in a minute. So this would be the last boss if we weren't super. However, we're super, so there's one more after this. This boss with super form is a giant pushover. So we're just going to have fun with it. Boing, 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 boing. I have no idea why I call it the Boing Boing boss. Really, I don't. So what you want to do is every time he becomes vulnerable, you want to hit him at least 4 times to remove a tentacle. This prevents the crystal hands from coming and sending you to the hard boil heavies room. And it makes this boss be done in about 50 odd seconds. Also boing, 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 boing. And that's this boss done. So we are now heading into the very last level. We are heading into the super exclusive level. Only Sonic can do this, or Knuckles and Knuckles. If you play Knuckles and Knuckles mode and you have all the emeralds, there you go. So this is where we're going to be having some fun. If this boss does what I need it to do, we will be ecstatic. You need 8 hits on both bosses. Eggman himself is a pushover. Heavy King, however, can be a bit of a douche. But we'll see how well this goes. So first hit, and this guy is free. He says as he misses it. Well done, Arg. Hopefully this is a sign of good things to come. Says it's free, misses hit. That's logical. There we go, that's a good hit. I want to spin dash into his orbs and try and get inside and hit him before he takes off. That's easier said than done. That's good. That's 3 hits. I've got another 5 to go. That's fine. So time is the final hit on Robotnik. So once Heavy King is gone, that's Robotnik's last hit as well. So be ready on time for it. This stage has grown on me. The music has grown on me. The stage has grown on me. It's fairly enjoyable once you're not thinking about it too much. The downside is that you get all these cool abilities as Super Sonic. Like he can dash, he automatically has magnetic rings and whatnot, but you don't really get to do anything with it, unfortunately. I mean, it isn't an exciting one, but you know, can't do much about it. Okay, so accidentally getting... Come on. This is what you don't want him to do. When he starts doing this and just flying off. Okay, time is coming up on the last hit. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, time. And that is Sonic Mania, Sonic and Tails, all emeralds in...
5609.
It's a PB! I'm second place. Woohoo! Oh, I'm second place on the leaderboards. Yes! I have been trying to do that for 2 weeks, and I've pulled it off now. I always lose it on Metallic Madness boss skip, and I got it now. Yes! Oh, that is fantastic.
And during a marathon.
And during a marathon, yeah. I'm going to have to retime this just to make sure. Oh, that is phenomenal. The annoying thing is I didn't get the 2 cutscene skips that I wanted, so I know there's 30 seconds of time save. Oh, man. Oh, that is wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. Oh, yes. I could not be happier right now. That is fantastic.
Sorry, I'm breathing myself. I'm like, whoo, that was
I know, intense. It's just like, woohoo.
All right, well, that was Sonic Mania. Up next, we have Sonic R with Sonic Man 99. So stay tuned for some more of that awesome Sonic action.
Catch you later, guys. And Toko, thanks for having me in the marathon again. Really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Hope you come back.
Oh, definitely. It's always a pleasure.